Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And the word is getting out that if you're an anchor at ABC or CBS or NBC or CNN or whatever, you ain't getting a raise this year. Don't even ask.
But to be fair, most of them make so much money anyway, compared to
enough.
everyone else who works there.
Yeah, so this is pretty interesting. Had someone send it over this morning that they're letting them know, because we've seen all these, negotiations, but contract negotiations or whatever, and they're basically like, you should be thankful you have a job. This is why we say what we say when it comes down to contract negotiations with people that are frankly lucky to have work in this economy, given the way things are going in Hollywood right now. And they're like, oh, we're going to push it. And we're going to ask for twice as much money. I'm like, it's not going to go away. You think it's going to go, Chief.
Was it Don't Ask Daddy for a Pony?
Don't ask Daddy for a pony when he just lost his job. Yeah. So, and this is, we're going to talk about ABC News. Of course, ABC News, CNN, both laying people off. And it's going to be, it's just not a good situation. You don't want to be asking for more money right now. But, whatever. You do you, boo, right? And we'll see what happens. So please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
I need to give you a raise. I should give you a raise.
We get paid?
We do get paid. We don't get paid. We talk for tips. So go out to Clownfish Minus.
You get paid.
Go out to clownfishminus.com and make sure we get paid. So yeah, it's come from the Wall Street Journal, and we'll talk about the situation. We know that CNN's been laying people off, and ABC just laid a bunch of people off. Star TV anchors are on notice. You're not getting a raise. From NBC to ABC to CBS, the campaign to cut costs reaches the biggest names across the media landscape.
Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo, yeah. So George Stephanopoulos, apparently, all the anchors of Good Morning America get $25 million. Wait, who each have a deal valued at $25 million annually. They want to negotiate for more.
Whoa! And there's the people that are like, running the show, that actually are doing all the work. They don't get paid anywhere near as much. They probably get treated like shit, work probably longer hours, and then you're like, we should get more money.
I think it's kind of funny. They're talking about like how much some of the top YouTubers make. And I'm like, unless you're at the very tippy top, the only YouTubers that make that kind of money are like Mr. Beast level YouTubers, right? And they probably get a hell of a lot more views than these morning show hosts. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to hear anybody complain about how much money YouTubers are making when you've got people on dying morning shows making $25 million each and asking for more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to face an uphill battle in coming negotiations to maintain that compensation. People familiar with the situation said. At NBC, is it Hoda? I never know how to pronounce it. I know it's Hoda. I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
I don't know how to say it either.
Kotb? Kotb? I don't know. Hoda, I know Hoda, but she said last month she's ending her run on the show. Had she opted to sign a new deal, she would likely have faced a significant cut to her roughly $20 million a year contract. The hell?
I know. And it's like, wow, am I supposed to feel bad about it? Because I don't.
We were talking about it before. I'm like, well, they probably get a couple $1 million a year. I'm like, $25 million? $20 million?
Yeah, no, I didn't expect it to be that high. I really, truly didn't.
I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Nobody's watching these shows anymore. It's like, that is an insane amount of money. Savannah Guthrie, whose current deal has more than a year to run, may face the same situation with her similarly valued contract. But she has some leverage now that Hoda's leaving. ESPN recently laid off senior NBA writer Zach Lowe. Yeah, ESPN's bleeding out money. They said the day of the media icon, the standalone center stage TV personality is coming to an end, says a professor of media and public affairs at George Washington University and former Washington bureau chief for CNN.
How much did he get paid?
Yeah, I know, right? How much did he get paid? The reasons for the newfound vulnerability of elite talent or manifold media companies are staring at diminishing returns from their legacy cable and broadcast TV operations, and their streaming businesses aren't generating the returns to make up for this shortfall. Oh my
Shocker.
God. Oh my God. Are you serious? Like, what?
You mean you can only pay people if you have the money to do it? No. You don't just keep paying people for no damn good reason because they're them?
Yeah.
Shocker, I tell you, shocker.
So this is, I mean, again, this is across the board. This is why I don't understand right now. I mean, I think in some way people are like, when they go after the negotiations, they're trying to give themselves a golden parachute because they know that, they're probably not going to be there for much longer if they get a contract, for 3 years. That's probably the last contract they're going to get. Right. But I'm like, you're putting yourselves in the crosshair. If you're like, oh, I need to get twice as much money because, we're super, super important. They will literally just burn down the network, burn down the show rather than keep you. That's where things are at right now. And they said it's happening at late night too. They said, yeah, late night isn't immune. Last month, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel Live and CBS's Late Show with Stephen Colbert. They said they're not airing new episodes on Fridays. So to cut costs, they basically cut them.
Oh, this is me being sad.
Oh, no. Some at NBC were angling to cut Seth Meyers. It survived, but the band was let go and further. So there's no band. The band was let go and further cost reductions are in store over the course of his latest deal. A person familiar with the plan said so. So they didn't cut his show completely, but he doesn't have a band. So why don't they just put him in front of a green screen with, and he can just stream on TikTok?
No, because then you have to have talent.
See, this is the thing. I want to see how these people would perform on their own. I mean, they come after YouTubers and
we saw him try to do it on his own during the pandemic, and even then we don't know if he was reading written stuff. And he was he was on drugs, and he looked, and it was not funny. Not that it's funny normally, but I'm just like,
oh, Jimmy Fallon's a train wreck. Yeah, he was I don't know if he was drunk or what was going on, but he was like if this guy were streaming out of his house,
which he did,
normally, he never would have gotten any kind of YouTube audience or anything.
I think he really thinks that he's super, super talented, and it's funny to me.
Oh God, Rachel Maddow makes $30 million a year.
Why? Talk about somebody who likely does not make back the money you're spending. All right. I do not believe for 1 minute Maddow is worth $30 million per year. Her deal's up after the election. Where do you think that's going to go, guys?
Yeah, right. Oh, I cannot wait to see if the orange one returns.
One night a week.
One night a week. Wait, what?
She can be at that price tag, and their primetime show was one night a week.
I thought she was on every day.
Most people find her annoying.
Wow, my God. Maddow is still considered a big draw. People familiar with MSNBC's thinking say yeah, I love it. This is so weird. These are the people, right? Aren't these the people that are always talking about wealth inequality and, people are grifters and they're making money off of, news and outrage and whatever. And
that's all they do.
You're making more money than any YouTuber.
Hear me out. Okay. Right. Supposedly, people like us are single-handedly responsible for tanking all these movies and shows because we have so much power. So I recommend that MSNBC or ABC or NBC or any of those places need to hire us for $30 million a year to do one show a week because we clearly have so much more power than they do.
I know, right?
I think that we should be getting paid that from them because I say I'm important. So that means that it must be true.
There you go.
I mean, the internet keeps saying that people like us were somehow responsible for tanking all this stuff.
Yeah,
so we have all this power. Why should we not get paid for it?
The internet, yeah. What was it? Alyssa Mercanti today was going on yesterday. She's going about, the outragers on YouTube and the grifters and the whatever.
Says her, who does the exact same thing.
Yeah, and they single-handedly destroy the video game industry. I'm like, yeah, if we have that much power, you know what? We'll make you a deal. $25 million a year.
Yeah.
And
we'll work for you.
We'll work for you.
I won't guarantee that, it's going to work because we'll be honest. You don't like that.
Actually, we'd probably get more views if you guys on there. We just throw some alcohol into it and it just let
us be, unfiltered and then let it go and then see what happens.
What would happen to me?
Filter a lot.
They'd put me on a talk show or something and they'd bring somebody in to interview him. I'd be like, who the fuck are you? I don't even know who you are. Are you a singer? What are you? Are you on TikTok? What do you do?
Well, most of these people you're asking, what are you? But that's all other story.
I was like, what are you? I have no idea who this person is. Maddow commanded that price tag.
Yeah, you said that. Bullshit. Yeah. Bullshit. She commanded anything.
She's considered a big draw. Show me some numbers. Show me numbers. You put a view count on her show. And you see how many, I want to see how many people are watching any of these people live compared to a popular streamer on X or YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, well, there you can see the numbers.
Yeah, as I said, CBS has veered away from the star system in recent years. Nora O'Donnell is being replaced as anchor. Yeah, I think you have to realize, like, look, a lot of times people don't give a shit who, if you tune in for the talking heads, they don't give a shit who the talking head is. Just say the news sayer. That's all
News
they care.
bitch.
News bitch.
That's gender neutral. I use bitch gender.
News bitch?
I use it both ways. So,
News bitch.
news bitch.
Yeah, it's going to be a new AI program. It's called News Bitch. And it just reads you the news, bitch. News Bitch. It's like Siri. News Bitch. Read me the news. Days of $20 million players will be few and far between. Stephanopoulos has already started negotiations with Disney for a new deal at Good Morning America. He's not worth it. How the hell did this guy get $25 million? None of these people are
Well, he
worth
said
it.
they're going to be hard pressed to avoid a pay cut.
Yeah. That's why everybody's leaving. They're like, oh, I'm noping out. I'm like, I hope you save some of that money. Because, yeah, I mean, I think it's getting to the point where, again, anybody with a cell phone or a quasi-decent camera setup can do your job for you. You just don't have that system underneath you propping you up. But that is an insane amount of money for one person.
I like Roberts and I like Strahan or Strahan, how you say his name. I like them. I like them a lot. When I see GMA, I think they're fun. I like them. But I don't think they're worth $25 million each. No. Sorry.
To be sure, there will always be a handful of talent commanding 8-figure salaries. You have to pay them. Yeah, I mean, look, I get to, if you can prove, because it's kind of like podcasting, right? If you can prove that people are there for the personalities, right? And, like you can't replace Joe Rogan on the Joe Rogan podcast and get the same listenership, right? But I don't think it works that way with the morning shows necessarily. No. I think people usually out of habit will tune into whoever the talking head is that's on, and they usually go for the channel that is most aligned with their political beliefs.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
You go with your echo chamber.
Yeah, pretty much. This is insane. So anyway, yeah, there are lots of layoffs. This is just a couple days ago. The list of Hollywood and media layoffs so far in 2024, Paramount, Warner, CNN, now is not a good time to ask for more money. ABC News went through a round of layoffs in early October, affected 75 employees across ABC-owned stations. The job reductions are split evenly between two divisions. Yeah, they're not going to give you more money. Talk about Disney. They talk about Paramount. Let's see here. We got CNN. There we go. CNN reduced its staff by 100, laying off 2.9% of its workforce. This is after they laid a bunch of people off before. CNN Worldwide CEO Mark Thompson revealed a strategy of merging linear and digital news gathering with the announcement of cutting 100 staffers. Apparently, a lot of the articles on CNN.com now are paywalled, or you have to give them your email address to be able to read them. That's going to go over so well with people. They're going to love that.
Yeah, totally.
Because it's worth paying for. So we're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
Good luck with that. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Join the reef. Go to clownfish-.com. That's clownfish-.com. You will get exclusive access to podcasts and videos and comic strips and more, as well as merch discounts. Check it out. If you were a member, you could get this t-shirt, this dismal t-shirt on our website. You'd get a 10% discount on that. You can also join in the community on clownfish-.com. Thank you so much for the support.